It's your girl Charlotte Pailin, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Music. And yo, we just have such an amazing artist here with us today. His name is KvngDavid. He just released Lead with Love. It's such an amazing track, and man, we just can't wait to get into it with you today.
Man, that's what's up, you heard me?
How are you?
I'm good, I'm blessed. I woke up, you hear me? I woke up above ground, I'm blessed like a motherfucker, you hear me?
You can say that 3 more times.
Look.
Yo, that's what's up. Like, I know being from New Orleans, the daiquiris and po' boys, gumbo, like that is something that's really familiar for you, right?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. So like, I grew up within that culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was always something that was kind of like a shadow, you know, because my great-grandfather was Louis Barberin, and you know, great uncle Paul Barberin, Danny Barker, you know, and these dudes were like the foundation of jazz music in the city, you know. So you see those street performers and the second lines. That's what they did, you know what I'm saying? They established that, they created that culture, and you know, like the house that I lived in on New Orleans Street in the 7th Ward, that's what like the jazz musicians would come to rehearse, you know, and like Louis Armstrong was actually one of the people that would come through, and like a story being told that my grandfather bought him his plane ticket to New York to sign his record deal. So that the house that I grew up in is actually like a national landmark.
Right.
So with that being said, I couldn't shake that culture, you know what I'm saying? Because most of my cousins are like second line drummers, steppers. Like my uncle was known for like doing the second lines and with his footwork and doing his thing. So that was every Mardi Gras. We have a big party by the house, you know what I'm saying? That was our thing, you know? Yeah.
That is so crazy. Like, I know my best friend is from New Orleans as well, and for her graduation, she had a second line. I was like, is this what y'all just be doing?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It
man.
is. It was.
It's like letting that music kind of take over your soul, you know what I'm saying? Or finding that connection between your soul and that music and that drum, and just letting your feet do the work, you know what I'm saying? Letting your feet follow the notes and just, you know, living free and enjoying yourself, man.
Yeah, it was a hell of footwork. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, you definitely gotta be in shape out there.
Okay, I was like, hold
Real
on.
talk.
Now, speaking on that, like you said, Louis Armstrong, like Currency, even Juvenile has come out of there. So I definitely see where the music and culture like come into your music. But even more, I'm really interested to know like how New Orleans has inspired you as a person and in your music. I think I saw a little bit of that, actually a lot of that, in How the World Turns on your Peace project. So, can you just like tell me how it's impacted you?
Man, to be honest, it's like every day I wake up, I live and breathe. Like it's something like some people might go overboard and try to force it and reinforce that they from New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's in me. I cannot not be this person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's deep rooted within my blood.
Yeah.
So everything that inspires me, you know, is New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I grew up. I grew up with po' boys, with crawfish. You know what I'm saying? You eating leftover po' boy, drinking coffee in the morning type shit. You know what I'm saying? The walking through the city on Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Just catching bees and from a youngin' running around freely, like no parents with your friends, catching bees, looking at the men carry the fire poles, you know, getting a little pops, and you know, that's just how we grew up. So it's gonna be automatic, you know, as me doing music, it's gonna automatically influence everything I do. And for me to go against that, it wouldn't be authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was in Houston trying to do a Houston sound, you know what I'm saying, do Houston culture, it wouldn't even make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just stay true to myself and I subdue my passion, and that's what comes out, you know?
Oh my God, I mean, it really shows in your music. Like I said, on How the World Turns, I just feel like you could definitely hear those instruments. You would definitely hear in New Orleans, you know what I mean? Like prominent drums, prominent trumpets, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
And that was like a I guess I wouldn't say a fluke thing. I think the universe aligned it like that because my partner Y Influence produced that track. And he's actually from Arizona. You know what I'm saying? He's just a dope ass producer. He has like a Dr. Dre vibe. And when I heard that track, I automatically knew what it was to me. And I took it and I just than me, and that's what came out. You know, and then as far as the video goes, my partner Kojo, he produced that. We went to high school together. We linked up for the first time on that record, and it kind of just it just like it unfolded that way. You know what I'm saying? And we pieced it together, and we was like, yo, you just want to highlight the culture. And at the time, like videos coming out the city wasn't like that. Like not for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So when we did that, it kind of struck some things, and that video actually landed on MTV Jams before it turned to BET Jams, and it was like on some organic shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was a pivotal moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, damn, that shit. It staying genuine to yourself, staying true to yourself, definitely like just skyrockets you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Keep that in mind, y'all. Just stay true to yourself. That shit's gonna work. I love that. But also, like, yo, how did you link up with Dave East? I know y'all did a track with Mona Lisa, yo. So like, how was that?
So I guess my manager, which is my cousin, my brother, Will. He plays the role as my manager. He's like my right hand man. Yeah. Whatever I need done, he own it. You know what I'm saying? We got that record from Nate Coop and Tony Dark. Okay. And it was actually a record that they produced for their beat tape. So it's like a tape full of beats, and it was dope as fuck. It's like a collab beat tape that they did, and he was like, yo, I want you to take this record and do something with it, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna re-release a project with the records from the beat tape with artists doing tracks on top. I'm like, I bet. So I did a track, and automatically when I got in the studio, I was like, yo, Mona Lisa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This my picture of Mona Lisa. And I was like, yo, this shit ill, this shit grimy. And Will heard it, and it was probably like a month after I did it, and he was like, yo, you ever heard Dave East? And I was like, at the time, just right before Dave East even released like Black Rose, I was like, nah. He put me on his music. He was doing like the Dave East freestyles. East, I think it was like East Fridays. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but he was putting out freestyles like every week, and I was like, yo, this dude dope. Like he got that grimy New York sound, and for a long time nobody really had that grimy New York sound, and we was like, yo, if we gonna do it, we need somebody with that New York sound on it. And I said he brought up Dave East. I was like, make it happen.
Shit.
And he reached out. At the time, Dave East's manager was Wayno.
Okay.
From Wayno doing his thing now, you know, on Complex and shit. So he was Dave East's manager at the time, and Wayno hit back. We made it happen, we made it work, and we actually got the verse like maybe a year before we shot the video. And by the time we went to shoot the video, Dave East was, you know what I'm saying? Blown up.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was like a fucking what's the word? Like an Easter egg hunt trying to get the video shot, because you know that man got a crazy schedule.
Yeah.
With all due respect, but I got nothing but love for them because we still made it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they made it happen even in spite of their hectic schedule.
Right.
So that was just like that whole moment was wild. Like that trip to New York, doing that whole that was like a moment. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy.
It seems like so like surreal, but like how do you move with somebody that has that like celebrity? Like how would you just advise people that are in that same situation? Like, hey, yo, this is somebody that has this celebrity or this a lot of viewers, a lot of people following him. And how did you move around that? Were you just direct on like, hey, yo, this is what I really want from you, or were you like just cool, like chilling?
I was chilling. Like, I'm gonna be real. And I'm gonna say this, if I take my time like answering questions, I'm just processing your questions, so I can give you like the most authentic answer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to be like, he ain't paying attention to me.
No.
But
because that take a long time even getting the question out. So
but I was chilling because I knew it was within like purpose. Like it was gonna happen if it was meant to happen. And I knew that people like Wayno, the men of their word, you know what I'm saying? They were authentic, they were real. And on my end, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody. Like, it's business first in this industry. especially as an independent artist, your business has to be in order to get any kind of attention from anybody or for anybody to take you serious. So it was business first. Once we showed that we were able to take care of the business, it was the rest of it took care of itself. And you know, in regards to like the celebrity of the person, excuse me,
It's the DAC.
it's definitely the deck. You hear me? But in regards to like the celebrity of the person, like I live by a code like everybody is equal. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how much money anybody got or what this person do or the title this person have, we all human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We all wake up, we all eat, sleep. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go home, we all go home the same. We can't take none of this material shit with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't kind of feed into the celebrity status part of it. You know, it's a respect thing. I respect you as a hustler. I respect you as a man. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna get, oh my God, that's such and
Yeah.
such because you a man at the end of the day. So, you know, we do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, I'm gonna get where you at. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, it's like, you know, we on the same level. You feel me? But you know, you know, like I said, I respect what you have gotten so far, but you know, don't nothing really separate me from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because we all cut and bleed the same. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's people, normal people, man.
Yeah.
Like people see Jay-Z, and they be like, how Jay-Z move and he do this, he a billionaire, da, 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 da. That's Jay-Z. Jay-Z at the end of the day, he a man.
He a regular dude.
He a regular
Yeah,
dude, you know what I'm
facts.
saying? So you always gotta keep that in mind, you
Yeah.
know, and especially in this business, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a constant reminder, you know?
Absolutely.
Because if you let that take over, then you're gonna find yourself in a position where you like you labeled as that guy that like fan out want to take
Yeah.
pictures with people type shit.
And nobody really likes that
Yeah,
guy.
nobody really likes that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's like what I want to be a good takeaway because I think even in this industry, you really have to watch that. You know what I mean? Just have a balance. Yeah, we respect you, but at the end of the day, we're equals in this area. We working together.
Yeah.
So I really respect that answer. for sure.
And like I said, and then, like I told him, you know, I'm forever not in depth, but I have a deep respect for him and his camp and everybody that was involved with that because at the end of the day, you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you did.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's love. You know, as an artist on the come up, you know, that's the shit that I take to heart. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. That's awesome. Like, and even like in the past, I know that you formerly went by an artist name of CITY. So like, what was the inspiration to change your name to KvngDavid?
So I went by City, which stood for Creative, Intelligent, Talented Young Mind.
Hold on, say it again. Hold on.
Creative, Intelligent, Talented Young Mind. You know what I'm saying? We made Young Mind one word. It's art. You can't tell me how to express my art type shit. You
Absolutely,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So, and I went by that name for probably like, you know, 9 or 7 years, and then got to a point where I kind of hit a top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know, when you have a name like City, it's something that you can't. Again, the business side of it, you can't trademark that name, you can't copyright that name. When it comes to Google searches and YouTube searches, you can't put in city and you're gonna get every fucking city before you get the artist. So I was running into a lot of those issues, and I had already started like referring to myself as KvngDavid because my name is David, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of went through my little spiritual awakening and my journey, and I started referring to myself in music. I have a song called like KvngDavid, you know what I'm saying? I started referring to myself as that, and I got to a point where I was like, man, I think it's time to like grow, you know, reinvent myself, and if I want to take it to the next level, I'm really gonna have to start with my name, and that's how we came up. I was like, I'm gonna just go with KvngDavid, and I'm gonna just rock out with it, and that's how it came about. I had a conversation with my partner Trey Triller, and he was like, yo, you should do a project called the Lost City of KvngDavid type shit. I was like, that's ill, but I'm like, shit, I'm definitely gonna do it, but it never manifested, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that conversation I had with him, and he was kind of saying the same thing. And I was like, I think it's time.
Yeah.
And I made the decision to go with it. It was hard too because I had built up so much under the brand of City Chronicles of City.
Right.
That you know what I'm saying, I was scared that people wouldn't know me. People would forget me and people wouldn't remember me. And you know, at first it was rocky, but then, you know, it kind of worked itself out.
It worked itself out. And I know you even have a track that kind of speaks to that. And I think it's like an excerpt of somebody speaking towards being afraid and like speaking towards like, hey, yo, like, what do you say? What do you tell somebody that's afraid? And they were like, just face it. Once you make up your mind, you good. So I really respected that. Like, I thought that was really dope. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, even with that, and I'm happy that you brought up the King David and going to the spiritual side. I thought that was, I was wondering if that was a biblical reference. So, and I kind of wanted to speak with you on like that spiritual journey. And if it's too personal, let me know. Cause I was just wondering.
Nah, you good.
But I feel as though like you speak a lot about religion in your music, and even in like the light. You speak on how hip hop is your religion. In MPW, you say, you know, you're done with religion. You know what I'm saying? And that's on Seventh Day. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I was, something else, but it's Seventh Day. And then also you have, you know, God Got Me and God Shakur. So I thought that was super dope, and I think a lot of people can relate to how you speak towards religion. And if you could just provide us with how do you feel that religion has impacted you, and what is the significance of religion in your music?
So
I know it's deep. I know that's looking deep.
It's something that need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people wonder about that. You know, but so from third grade to high school, like all through high school, I went to I was a Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
Really?
Right? Yeah, I went to Catholic. I went to Marion Central. Then from Marion Central, I went to St. Raphael. From St. Raphael, I went to Marion Central, and I went to St. Albert, right? Which was all boys school. So, for a long time, you know, the study of, you know, we had a class like from Religion 101 to theology and all these different things. And I've always been kind of infatuated with like the stories in the Bible, and like the story of Samson and all these, you know, from the Old Testament to the New Testament. So, and like I said, I was a Pac fanatic growing up. So you already know, you know, Pac biblical as it can get, you know what I'm saying? Also DMX, I was a DMX
he
kid.
was.
So like from the jump, you know, when I started writing, every artist goes through this phase of mimicking the artists that they kind of idolize, right? So me mimicking these artists, you know, I was automatically like throwing Bible references, and you know, I was already kind of on the deep end of the situation, and people would tell me, yo, you too deep. You know, and I went through that whole process of, oh, you too deep. I don't know if I can kind of get with that. Well, you know, you kind of going over people. People don't, like I said, we said before, you know, when we were talking earlier, you know, people don't want to feel like they're being preached to.
Absolutely,
so I went through all that. Like my uncle Clifford, he's a pastor. My uncle Greg, he's a pastor. And they also like had their own church coming up, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. And all that kind of played a role in, you know, my upbringing. So it definitely came out through my art, you know. But you know, I want to say like around 21. But I've always been a person that kind of question things. You know what I'm saying? Like even in religion class, I kind of like I was a bad kid, so I kind of like go chest to chest with the teacher type shit. Like, yo, that don't make sense. You know, I get kicked out of class.
So you telling me?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, oh, he's a heathen type shit.
Right.
But
stop him.
Yeah, like that facts. So I always had questions, you know what I'm saying, about the Bible. I mean, the number one question being like, why is Jesus white? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Jesus a white man? Why am I praying to this white dude? Like, why does my grandma feel so like in love with this white guy? Like, that don't even make sense to me, given the region of the world that they from. You feel me? So me and my partners, we always be. I got another song that's unreleased where I say like we was the ones smoking. What was communion? Is a class you go to for communion, right? And it was
In Catholic school?
Catholic school. It's a class you go to in order to get you ready for communion. And I made reference to that. I was like, we the ones that was smoking in the back during that class. Now we the ones coming out questioning these different, DCs and shit like that. So, I kind of always had those questions, and I think it kind of hit once I started diving into like different cultures. Okay. And I've always been intrigued with different cultures. So for me, it started with like I dove into Islam. I dove into Nation of Islam teachings. You know what I'm saying? And then that kind of led me to like the Nation of God and Earth, the 5%ers, which that had a lot of like impact on me and my journey, right? Because I was damn near this close to being, a 5%er, right? In which I am in thought. You know what I'm saying? Because their whole theory is 85% of the world is lost. I think 5%, the other 5% are awoke. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm glad you broke that down for people like me that wasn't sure. So I'm glad you broke
that down.
And
it's like the 1%. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, like if I butchered it. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I tapped into it, but that kind of appealed to me, and I started reading all these books from Supreme Understanding and things of that nature. And me and my partner, he was locked up. He was in Angola, and we'll sit on the phone and we'll be going through like different studies, and you know what I'm saying, the Supreme Alphabet. And, you know what I'm saying, like just building.
Yeah.
And he actually became like a 5%er in jail. You know what I'm saying? And it just was a crazy journey. But within that, I kind of realized, I started kind of like looking at religion as like man-made. Right? And I was like, yo, this thing kind of separates us as a people. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of keeps us from really like building towards who we really are. Because we arguing about we the chosen people.
Yeah.
We the chosen people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is the way. Or this is the way. Allah and Jesus.
Yeah. And then certain practices.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what's the real deal?
So it's like when I started looking at it like that and having different conversations with people, I was like, man, all this shit kind of, it's like a false narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of became more spiritual than anything. And I was like, yo, I'm just in tune with my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I'm in tune with who I am and who I used to be and where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's a Most High. I know that there's a God. You know what I'm saying? And really, it ain't my place to judge nobody on how they get there.
Word.
As long as you get there. You
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying? And that's how I kind of landed on my philosophy. You know what I'm saying? I decided to like lead with love.
Yeah.
I lead with love, keep my heart clean, keep my soul pure. As long as I'm doing that, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how, I live my life, and I interact with people day to day. You know what I'm saying? It's when you take the religion out of it, you know what I'm saying? It's easier to see people for who they are. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Cause that's pretty much it, man. That's where I'm at with it. I realize like we are like the gods that they speak of. You know what I'm saying? We carry that light within us. We walk every day with a piece of God in us. Everybody has it. And yeah, man, like I said, we can go on and on about it because it gets deep. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave off with this. If imagine like everybody's waiting on a return of I guess for popular belief, we could say the return of Jesus Christ, right? But the thing is like as long as we are separate, you know what I'm saying? As long as we're all vessels, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all vessels for God. We are have a piece of God. We're made in the image and likeness of God. But as long as we're separated, that gate can never be open for that return. Or we can never achieve that word of God that we're looking for because we are running around with our heads cut off and we're distracted and we polluted. So I like I said, religion is man-made and it was put on the earth to keep us separated for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So until we come together, we ain't never gonna get those answers that we seek.
I totally believe it. Because you can even go in there and you can just see how people act towards religion. You know what I mean? It gets real gatekeepery. You know what I mean? It's like, how you gonna gatekeep somebody from, you know, what they believe in? That's crazy.
Right.
So I totally feel you on that. I just wanted to touch on it because I feel like a lot of people are also going through like that journey and wanting to know more about the religion. But I love how you did your own work and just look for yourself and research for yourself on what you would like to do. So I really up with that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, like, it's funny because when I sit back, like, I'm older now. When I sit back, you look at it, you know, when people kind of first, you know, reach that first like door of awakening, they be angry. Like people be angry, they be angry, young and angry. Like, oh my God, look how they do us, look how they did us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's sensitive.
It's sensitive, and it could become a lot to deal with and a lot to hold on because you're not understanding why nobody else sees this the way you see it. You know what I'm saying? But my advice to those people is everybody reaches that point on their own time. You see what I'm saying? You can't force anybody to see and believe the way you believe. They're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's travel is not the same. So you gotta keep that in mind. It's not your place to judge, it's just your place to love. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love that. I hope y'all taking notes. We learning something today, okay? Yo, that's so dope. But just to switch gears on that, thank you so much for that.
It's all good.
Just to switch gears, I was wondering, there's a couple producers that I just feel like I need to shake their hand just in general. Like, for me, I have, you know, Zaytoven, I have Bandplay, but I also have added a couple more people to the list after listening to your projects. I'm like, I need to know. So, I need to know, like, for instance, True Illuminati and Righteous Soul, dude. I was like, these beats is going crazy as hell. Like, I felt like True Illuminati, I love how it was kind of like a choir type of effect. It reminded me personally of the games A La Boombaye in a little So I totally up with that. And then to put in, you know, everybody put your own line at the end. I said, who is this?
So the producer, so it's kind of a lot of hands that played.
Okay.
The main producer on that track is Risky Boy. And it was a beat that he produced for a beat battle. I heard it and I was like, I need that. Like, my partner sent it to me, and I know Risky Boy. Like, we used to be in the studio together. He was working with my partner Mark at one point in Houston. Risky a crazy producer, you know what I'm saying? And we always been trying to get one in, but I heard that, I was like, yo, I need that. You know what I'm saying? And we worked it out. I got it, and I did that track. And then again, my manager Will, he decided like, oh, let's get the boy Illinois. I don't know if you're familiar with the boy Illinois. He go by Illy now. So he a rapper out of Chicago. Real dope, you know what I'm saying? Real dope. He made a decision like, yo, let's get Illy on the track. And I sent Illy like 3 tracks, and Illy picked out one. He was like, I want to get on this one. So he put his verse on it. I took it to Donnie Domino. I was recording at the Dojo 45. And we did it, and then I had this other piece, the ending where the song switches up. It's produced by Tony Dark, which is my brother, right? That's my guy. Like, Tony produced the Mona Lisa joint, him and Nate Coop. So I had that joint from Tony. I was like, throw this on the end.
Oh my God.
And then Donnie made a decision to put Get Your Roll on it, right? And that's kind of how it manifested.
Oh, but that's what I want to be. I feel like, how?
Yeah, that was a hard track. That was
Absolutely.
That track hard.
Absolutely.
That's a sleeper. People sleep on
I feel
that
like,
one.
absolutely. If y'all don't know about it, y'all didn't tap in because that I was like, I didn't run this back.
Yeah, do it. It hit you. When it hit. You going,
Absolutely. And like I told you, it gave me that classic feel. Like, I feel like that same thing with A La Boombaye. I was like, yo, what? Yeah, it hits you. So that part was dope. And also with this Righteous Soul, I was peeping like the Art of Noise. That was also child. You know I'm gonna talk about it now. You know I'm gonna talk about it. I was like,
wait. You caught that?
I absolutely did.
It's different.
That's why I do this. That's what they got me on. That's what they got me on here. You feel me? That's what they got me on here. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, this is wild. I absolutely love that song. It's so classic. So, and then, I mean, we can get onto this as well. I also, the excerpt even at the end of it. But how did that song come about? Because there's just so many layers to that as well.
Okay. First and foremost, that's my baby. Like, Righteous Soul, that's like my, I want to say one of my illest tracks to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold that one close to heart. Because the story behind it has to, so much that goes into, so that song sound completely different.
Okay.
Before I got to Donnie, right, at the dojo. That was a trap song, right? Fuck your head up.
Right, I'm like, what?
So, maybe, I want to say 2000, I don't want to say the year because I don't want to fuck it up, but my uncle Mario, he played like a big role in my musical journey because he's like one of the first people to kind of like believe in me and take me to the studio and put some money behind me and actually like, come on, we're about to do this. I'm gonna sing on every hook. You bring the beats and you do the verse. I'm gonna sing the hooks. We gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? He went by royalty and he was like a real like surreal, like bigger than life person. You know what I'm saying? Like his energy when he walked in the room, he gonna consume the entire room, right? He loud. He got the goals. You know what I'm saying? I probably look like him right now with the goals in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Tatted up, but he just was a very like pure soul. You know what I'm saying? But he had his demons. Like throughout his life, he had his demons, you know what I'm saying, and shit that he fought with and he juggled on a daily basis. You know, but like I said, he played a big role, and he kind of pulled me and my cousins together, and we created like a little movement. We started performing, doing shows, going traveling, and different shit like that. But he kind of fell back into drugs, you know, on the course of that. And the last time I seen him live, he told me we hadn't spoken in a while. And I was just riding down the street in the 7th Ward, and I seen him. He was like with his fiance, right? And he was like, I passed him up, right? And the only people that know this story is my wife and my sister and my cousin. We were in the truck, passed him up, and he was like, I think that was Mario. And we were on bad terms. I was like, man, keep going. And my sister was like, nah, don't do that, don't do that. Like, get out the car, talk to him. Got out the car, and his eyes lit up. He was like, he was happy to see me, right? He was like, he gave me a hug. He was like, bro. And the last thing he told me was, he was like, yo, I respect what you doing. And this was like, I think after How the World Turned dropped, it was on MTV. Shit was going crazy. Like, I was like, oh, we on type shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so I respect what you doing. I know you on your Nas tip, right? He was like, but you can't forget about the streets. He was like, you gotta do something for the streets. And I was like, I got you, And I went back and I made Righteous Soul, but it was like to like a trap, Taz Taylor beat. This back when SoundClick was popping. I probably pulled it off SoundClick. You know what I'm saying? People who know, you know what SoundClick is. You know what I'm saying? And I came up with the song, and it was, like I said, it was a trap beat. It was up tempo, some hard shit. And Mario passed. He died before the song was released, or before he ever got to hear the song. They say it was a drug overdose, but it was something more than that. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak on it because I don't have the facts to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say they say it was a drug overdose. So I was sitting on this song that meant a lot to me because of the inspiration behind it. Fast forward, I'm in Dallas. I meet Donnie Domolo through DJ 5D. You know what I'm saying? He introduced me to Donnie. Me and Donnie started working. One of the second song we recorded was Triluminati. You know what I'm saying? So then we get to Righteous Soul. And if anybody knows Donnie, you know how Donnie works. You know what I'm saying? If he open, he gonna speak his mind.
Okay.
And if he ain't feeling the beat, he gonna say, fuck that. I'm remaking it.
Somebody like that.
I'm remaking the beat. So Donnie said, I'm remaking the beat.
Okay.
So he start going through his mechanics, you know what I'm saying, his mad scientist shit. And I'm like, yo, pull up that all the noise. We pull it up. Cause partner Luke would always, yo, you need to do something with this all the noise. Because the high school I went to, which was St. Aug, is known for the band, the Marching 100. And that's one of the songs that they would play, like, that everybody would get hyped to, was the all the noise. Right?
Oh, wow.
So,
I know that went crazy.
yeah, it went crazy. So I was like, look, pull up that. And then he pulled that up. And some way, somehow, I was like, yo, I hear that, I did so long, babe.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, let's see what we, you know what I'm saying? So he snatched that, and it fell right into place. And he did what he did as far as the, the guitar part on it, the piece on it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just kind of fell into pocket. We upped the tempo, and like I said, it came into play, man. Like the way it came together was beautiful. Like it was totally different from what I bought to the door. You know what I'm saying? Like what I bought to the table, this record was more. It was like powerful, and I think that was like that's probably was like it took like maybe 2 weeks on that one record.
Wow.
So at this time I'm learning I'm really learning like the process of like taking an idea, and actually turning it into a record. And making it manifest into everything that it could be. So different pieces start coming in, Long start coming in. Now they like, yo, we need somebody to sing. I'm like, shit, what you hear?
Yeah.
He like, bro, I hear like a D tone. He like, man, I hear like a D tone, like Adele singing on it. I'm like, Adele? I'm like, shit, who we know we could get her?
Right.
So we go into like the deep element groups and shit, looking for different singers, vocalists. And I actually had like one chick in mind, but it fell through because like, that was it was two totally different worlds when we were trying to get, which I'm saying, I don't want to be, like white people. You know what I'm saying? It was like a white singer, that's not a bad thing because the girl talented. But I was like, it ain't fitting the idea. But, you know what I'm saying? So it was this chick out here from Houston. We had a mutual friend, Mike Cap, and I heard her sing at an event that my partner Mike threw, and her voice just put chills on me, right? And she reminded me of like a Patti LaBelle, you know what I'm saying? Aretha Franklin. I was like, ooh. So I hit her up, and I was like, yo, the message, she probably could tell you the message was crazy. I was like, I don't know how this gonna work out, but I was wondering, I know Mike, Mike, I was wondering if you'd be willing to sing on a record, I'll pay you. She was like, how much? I was like, shit, 100?
Right.
You know what you want? So I paid her, and she actually like, her and her I think her fiance now, they Uber to the studio, and she came in, and it was like I believe it was like her first time recording. I don't want to say it probably was her first time, and she absolutely killed it.
Absolutely.
Which is Bree Sultry, the voice you hear on it now.
Yeah.
I was like she killed it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And she added that, that a different element to it. And once we got that, then it was like, yo, we need a guitar on here. So that's how we actually met. We went, I think, Sagon, which is a guy out of Dallas.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he plays in a band.
Yeah.
He's really dope. He's ill as fuck. He actually just came in the studio like on a flute, and he played some shit. Like, he killed it, but we ended up using his piece on God's Report at the end. K Cook was somebody that just kind of like was referred to me by somebody, and he reached out and he came through. And he played the piece for Righteous Souls, which you hear at the end, like the solo and everything. And like Donnie pieced that up. And then I was like, yo, throw my son on that joint.
Oh my God.
Like, throw my son on that joint. And at the
He's
end,
so cute too.
yeah, when I heard that, I was like, he was like, Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's it. That's the end of the project.
Gosh.
You know what I'm saying? It was that whole project from beginning to end, it started in dark. Like that project was me letting go of my depression, my anxiety, everything. Because if you pay attention in the beginning, it starts off dark, like we in the swamp. You know what I'm saying? We hear that my grandma and your grandma. We in the swamp. When it ends, we hear birds chirping.
Yeah.
It feel like the sun is out. You know what I'm saying? I put it all on wax. Like everything that I was dealing with was all in that. You know what I'm saying? All my conspiracy theories, and everything. Just and that record took me. That album took me 4 years to manifest. You know what I'm saying? It was a journey. Like I went through a lot with that motherfucker. Real.
Oh my gosh, that is the type, because that's what it feels like. It feels like so much work went into it, and that's exactly what it like. You get what you put in, and I definitely feel like you put in so much work, and it shows.
Yeah.
And that intention, just knowing how intentional you were with every single move.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. That's
like,
wild.
You know, I owe it to I owe a lot to Donnie, man, because like I said before I got to him, I was just recording like at first I didn't know how to like really build a song. I thought I did.
Really?
Right. Like I thought I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thought I knew everything.
Right.
But when I stepped into that situation, it was like, okay, wait, maybe you might not have it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? Do you really know how to use your voice? Do you really know how to structure the song? Do you really know how to break the song down and really add these different elements to help it become what it's meant to be? Like, are you really giving these ideas a chance to grow? And that's what I had to sit back and ask myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes 4 or 5 sessions, maybe a month. Like her was probably like a month in the making. And that was a month. That was a monster.
I was like, oh my god, you speaking about somebody as special as F. Like, you gotta be talking about your lady, because that shit is just hitting.
Yeah, and that the way that came about is like we need a record for everything is hard. We need a record for the female.
Of course.
And in my mind, I'm like, shit, I feel like females like the hard shit more than the niggas.
We do. I do fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like I'm like, but he was like, nah, you need one. You need that one that is talking to him.
Yeah.
I was like, and he let me hear this record. It was like some wild shit. It was like named like Sell Your Soul. He named the record like Sell Your Soul. And I was like, why would you name this record Sell Your Soul?
Nobody would have buy that.
Right, and it came on. It was like, like that weird song. I'm like, okay, and you got that something that made me go crazy. That fire.
Yeah.
We had it. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Absolutely.
okay, but you know what I'm saying? I immediately pulled from my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like her characteristics of what I know her to be. Like her family. She got one side that's bougie, and she got one side that's hood as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, you know, like you that perfect balance. You feel me? Like, so that was that. Each one of these songs kind of got their own story behind it. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Shout out to your family. Shout out to your wife. Shout out to your son. Like, that is absolutely beautiful.
Appreciate it.
Like, the fact that that's one of the questions I had. Just what is it like to be, you know, a husband and a dang father in this thing? Like, oh my God.
It's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, cause excuse me. I'm gonna give y'all the cheat code.
All right.
I'm gonna give you the cheat code, artists. I'm gonna give you a cheat code to my brothers in general. Find you a solid woman, right? Find you a solid woman that's gonna ride with you through no matter what, that really believes in you. You know what I'm saying? And you stick with her, and you roll that motherfucker till the wheels fall off. And when the wheels fall off, you ride that motherfucker till them pads start burning. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, because without her, I wouldn't even have that focus. You know what I'm saying? To know what direction I'm going. I'll still be out here, you know what I'm saying, jumping from this one to that one, worrying about the material shit. With her, it allows me to focus on like my goals.
Yeah.
Cause I don't I'm done. Like I don't have no urge to deal with no other females, right? Outside of like a friendship, or you know, because that's my one.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And she carries that torch from me, and she's the one that kind of like pushed me into different doors. You know what I'm saying? Like she reached out to certain people and got me into different doors and established different relationships. Like she a go-getter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I owe her the fucking universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the cheat code. You find you somebody solid. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You ain't.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen to this man. He's happy. Look, he's feeling good. Happy wife, happy life, and this man is living. Okay.
Big face, yeah.
That's excellent, man. I mean, I just want to kind of end out on this, but what do you want your audience and your listeners to take away from your music?
I mean, so my approach to music is abstract, right? It is therapeutic. Of course, it's therapeutic, but the way that it's structured is abstract because you can listen to it and you'll get something totally different than what, you know what I'm saying?
The next one.
The next person will get from it because of the way that I structure it. I approach it with that reason because like I also was like enthused with like Basquiat and different artists like that, right? So like I was captivated by their art and how simplistic and beautiful and powerful it was, right? So I kind of take that approach with my music, you know what I'm saying? So I can't give it to you direct because me giving what I gotta give to you direct might turn you off as a listener. You might be like, no, I don't hear that shit. So I gotta cover it up. Like God Shakur, you know what I'm saying? If I tell you I've been here for 7,000 years, you ain't gonna hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna catch it.
Yeah.
But for that meaning, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you, oh, that's pretty much speaking on like the ancestral lineage of our people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And God Shakur is a spirit, as an energy that travels through us as creators. You know what I'm saying? It's been around since before the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That kind of gives us that inspiration and keeps us all on that one frequency that allows us to create this music the way we do. You see what I'm saying? But you gonna hear it. you gonna hear the beat. You gonna be like, oh, this shit hard. Like he talking some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? I got that smoke if you want it, I got that smoke if you need it. But you gonna catch it. But when you finally do pay attention, it's now because now you're hearing it because now you're in a different place and like at first you was like, yo, this a riding record. I'm about to ride on a nigga or whatever. But now you in your own great awakening and you hear it and you like, oh, this shit deep.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get a kick out of that. I like taking like simple shit and making it deep to where people might get it like only 15 or 20 listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get what I want people to take away from my music is trust in yourself, trust your process, follow your dreams, whatever you believe in that shit. Don't worry about what nobody else has to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody project their fears on you. You know what I'm saying? Go out here and make this shit happen. You gotta believe in yourself before anybody else can believe in you. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're the best, then feel like you're the best. Say that shit and tell everybody else say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole life people told me what the fuck I wasn't gonna do. I done did everything they said I wasn't gonna do. I did it. You know what I'm saying? On my own accord. I ain't got no rap daddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no motherfucking machine behind me.
Right.
I got me and my team, me and my partners, me and my family, Real Deal Nation. And we moving on one accord. And I don't have to answer to nobody. I got good relationships. You know what I'm saying? Good network.
Yeah.
All out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody ever say, oh, I did this for him because I led with love the entire way. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my message to them, man. Just believe in yourself, man. And whatever you get out of my music, hold that shit to heart, man. And live by it and stand by it. You know what I'm saying? Don't fold on your dreams. Like, live on this shit. Stand on your shit. Stand on your 10. Go out here and manifest that shit and make it happen.
Oh my God, dude. Like, that shit is just so powerful to hear, so empowering to hear. And I hope that I've definitely taken it in. I'm definitely receiving this message. And I hope that our listeners and artists like you are also taking it in as well, because that's like the blueprint right there. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do. And I just cannot thank you enough enough for coming here today. Y'all continue to stream Lead with Love because it is a banger. I absolutely love that song. And okay. Hey man, I know we spoke on business and how business is such an important factor when it comes to partnering with people and just wanting to work around this industry. So we have a couple of fun facts from our business department. You feel me? So get into it. So our first fun fact is, build influence. So this will build leverage. You know what I mean? Something like this is going to
What?
it's gonna impact you. You know what I mean? It's gonna make you do what it do. It's gonna make, if you build leverage, if you build influence, then that's just gonna create a following, create, good vibes. Build influence. Point number 1.
Yeah.
Bam. Build influence. 2, negotiate. They must know you'll be successful without them. Point blank in the period. That's number 2. Negotiate. Point number 3. Nurture long relationships. Okay. Have an ally or let me do number 3 again. Nurture long relationships. Okay. Like having an ally or multiple will always do you well in this business. So just continue to go on that, and you guys will be fine. You feel me?
Yeah,
Those are pretty good
definitely.
fun facts.
Nah, big facts.
Yeah.
You said it out. I ain't even said nothing.
You know what I mean?
I hope they listening.
I hope they listening too. If I need to run it back, I'm gonna tell you number 1 again. Build influence.
Yes.
That builds leverage. Number 2, negotiate. They must know that you will be successful without them. All right. Now 3, nurture long relationships. Have an ally or multiple. All right. Those are your business facts for today. And where can we find you on like social media?
Social media, KvngDavid, Roman numeral 7. You know what I'm saying? I just got a lot going on right
Yeah.
now, so yeah.
We got a lot going on. A lot has been accomplished. So
Yeah.
definitely going to give you our flowers and just show you that,
Appreciate
man,
it.
you are hitting this hoe. We see you.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
oh my God, just continue to keep doing it because you are really impacting so many people, including myself. So I'm
Nah.
very, very happy.
I'm honored, like real talk. Like a lot of people say that shit, they go through the industry shit, like but now I'm really honored, like you motivate me just by telling me that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times on the inside looking out, we don't get to see it that way, you know what I'm saying? So to know that it's being received in that way, like I said, man, that's what's up. Like, yeah.
We gonna show you love here, babe. We got the Diecast series. We gonna show you love. So, hey man, thank you guys so much for tuning into another dope episode. We love hanging out with y'all. So continue to stream, continue to follow us. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the Daiquiri Shop, Regal Black, New Industry, and Esntl Aesthetics for everything that you guys have provided for us today. And hey, we're gonna check you guys out on the next episode.